The real estate commission model isn't broken. It's just exposing who's worth a damn. Everybody's been freaking out about the NAR lawsuits, the settlements, the new rules, all the effects on buyer's agency commission. But here's the truth. This isn't the end of real estate commissions or the real estate industry. This is the purge. It's going to wipe out all the agents who've been coasting on MLS access and listening to broker advice and sitting at open houses and doing all that passive crap that doesn't attract people to them. It's going to totally wipe them out of the business. In fact, I think if you look around, you're going to see that it's already happening. Meanwhile, the savvy agents, the ones who know how to get sellers chasing them, getting sellers to want them more than they want the sellers, they're cleaning up right now. They're already seeing levels of dominance like they've never seen in their life. You're watching these passive agents already fail out of the business. Why? Because they never give sellers, and buyers for that matter, even though I don't give a shit about buyers, but they don't give these prospects any real value proposition that makes them actually want to pay them. Hey, it might be right. A lot of these sellers shouldn't have paid so much commission or shouldn't pay so much commission because a lot of these agents are just damn lazy. And I don't really care if that is an unpopular opinion. I think you should look in the damn mirror if this is something that really triggers you. But the reality is most agents, they kind of wait around for business to come their way. They wait around for buyers to come around and buy their listings. They wait around, hope the deal goes okay. They're useless. And that's why we're in an industry where so many people fail. It's literally 80+% every freaking year. The first year they fail out of the business. And they say by year 2 or 3, some 80% of the remaining 20%'s out. It's a revolving dang door because there are no skills. And there's no skills because there's so much laziness in learning those skills. And the biggest marketers out there are the ones who develop the most valuable skill, marketing. And that's why they're thriving in this business and you're not. Because when commissions get questioned, only the marketers and the closers survive. And the rest find out very quickly what they're actually worth, which for most is absolutely nothing. And if you can't clearly show sellers why you're worth every penny, you're not getting squeezed, you're getting replaced. When I started listing homes, I didn't become successful because I was the cheapest. I was successful because I was really good at creating these offers that made sellers see me as the value in the marketplace. It made these sellers really want to do business with me. I didn't chase them, they chased me down, and I charged them more money because the value they saw in me. Price is only an issue in the absence of value. When I presented such value, they happily paid me every penny that I asked for. So not only did I do more volume, but I made more per seller. Meanwhile, there's these agents doing all the old school stuff, picking up the scraps, cutting the commissions, killing themselves just to barely keep their head above the water. So I'm seeing this repeat itself right now. This is exactly what happened before. The market shifted. The people who didn't have the unique value, they completely disappeared and they were replaced with new agents who were replaced with new agents. Meanwhile, the cream of the crop, it kept rising, and guess who was up there? The marketers and the closers. So if you want to survive this commission shakeup and actually make more money while everybody else is slashing fees, here's how the best agents are doing it right now. Look, the number one thing that you've got to do right now is you've got to get sellers to want you more than you want them. It's really that simple. As cliche as it sounds, it's that easy. Now, it's a pretty simple mindset shift, but it's not always easy to do because agents really get trapped in this me, what I call ego marketing, where you're talking about yourself. You're telling everybody how great you are, how you've achieved this, how you've achieved that, and they should list with you and they should use your great worldwide office and all of that crap. But nobody cares about you. And I'm going to say that over and over and over to you. Nobody cares about you. They care about one thing. They care about themselves. So you got to sit down and you got to really figure out what's eating these people alive. What could I offer to these people that they would say, you know what? That's the agent that I'm going to pick up the phone and call. What could I send out that would make them not have to do one of these things that they really don't like to do? And that's think. How could I solve the problem clearly and directly without them having to research me against anybody else in the marketplace? How can I get them to go, these people are bullshit, here's my person, and have them call me and say, come list me? That's the secret to real estate. It's getting people to call you ready to do business with you. It's a flawed model. So think about it. What do people in your market want? I'm going to tell you how to figure this out. Call them. Okay, get a nice sample of sellers in the area. Now, I've got videos about how to create what I call your strategic area market, which is a small pocket of high probability. Watch that, figure out how to do it, and then just ask the damn people. Literally ask them. If you got to pay someone to go door to door or telemarket, whatever, break a few bucks out of your pocket and simply ask them these questions. If you were to sell your home, what would be the perfect outcome for you? What's most important? Money, speed, or less headaches? Which is it? And ask them to rank them in order. Find out what they want. You could also just kind of, I don't advocate guessing, but there are logical ways that we could find out. If you're in a neighborhood where homes are selling really fast, you know they're going to get the most price, there's bidding wars, you might want to write an ad about how they can get the most money in the shortest time without any of the hassles. And base your whole thing on the hassle-free experience that lesser agents fail to give. If you're in a marketplace where prices are really sliding, write a piece about how they could get last month's value today while other people are slashing their prices and effectively giving away their homes. If you're in a market where homes are sitting forever and people are twiddling their thumbs and they're laying awake at night going, holy crap, when does this nightmare end? Talk about how you will sell their house fast with eliminating all of that stress and getting them the highest amount of money, and focus on that number one want in your ad. Make them a guarantee. You want to make it really sticky? Guarantee something. Put some damn skin in the game. You know, nobody believes somebody. You're a lot more believable when you've got something at stake here too. Instead of saying, I got an empty promise, right? Like, I'll sell your house fast. Say, you know what? If I don't sell this house within X amount of days, I'm going to cut this much off my commission for you. Or if I don't get you at least this high, this percentage of sales price, I'll make up the difference. Or if this is even the slightest hassle for you, then I'll do this for you. There's a myriad of different things you can come up with. It's classic direct response. Give them a risk-free element. If this doesn't happen, you can cancel your listing and pay me no listing commissions whatsoever. So you're not tied into some long-term thing and you're stuck and the plans are going downhill like happens with most other agents. Like, bluntly tell people this. And look, here's the key to this is you got to remember this acronym. It's WIFM. What's in it for me? Think about what's in it for them and then write your ads with this acronym, LCD, lowest common denominator. Make sure that the way you write your ad is easily understandable by the biggest dipshit that gets it in their hands in the first second. Like, I'll sell your home this fast. Like, bluntly tell them. If I don't do this, I'll guarantee this. Bluntly hit them right between the eyes. You don't have to be an absolute pro at this. You just have to do this. Flash means nothing. Substance means everything. A message on a blank white postcard that hits them right between the eyes and solves their biggest challenge will work way better than Susie's blown up perfect card with big, glamour shots of her 25 years ago, right? It will work way better. It's not flash, it's messaging and substance. So try it. Just get it out there. And if you want to learn how to write these things in more detail, go to comelistmebook.com, get a copy of my Come List Me Calls book, and I'll show you how to put these together. It's got all kinds of examples that you can literally just cut and paste. And I think pretty quickly you can adapt this to your marketplace. Number 2, stop thinking about what you're charging them. It's not part of the process at all. Your fee is what it is. Don't go in there prepared to give your commission up. Don't go in there prepared to slash a fee. Don't think because they've maybe talked to some other agents before they ever got in touch with you, they ever saw your great marketing. Don't think you're going to have to match some loser's reduced commission. There's no reason to ever get involved in a race to the bottom. Those clients, quite frankly, you don't want. I promise you. The ones who pay the least are the biggest pains in the asses. Every time. You're probably better off not having them in your life. But this should never come up at all with really great marketing. I want you to plant this in your head. Write it on the wall if you need to. Price is only an issue in the absence of value. People will pay anything to get something that their heart truly desires. So if you go in there, and if you've ever been the victim of somebody interviewing lots of other agents and they said, hey, well, these agents will do it for this, will you do it? And then you've had to sheepishly say, yes, I'll do it. I didn't present enough value. All that means is your marketing sucked. All that means is you ignored exactly what I told you to do in step number 1. Figure out what their want is and make them drool over you. If they're drooling over you, they're going to pay you. End of story. I'll never forget this thing that this friend and sort of mentor to me, one of the best friends I've ever had in the entire world. He was older than me, passed away a couple of years ago. Very wise, very wealthy. And he said to me, there's never any such thing as a great deal on something you don't love. So what I take from that here is you've got to go in there and make them love you, make them want you. That's when they'll pay the premium price. It should never be part of the equation at all. If you've done number 1, made them want you correctly. Look, I'll give you a funny story. I remember, I'll never forget this one. I'm adamant about that. I don't cut fees. I remember one time I went into this house and he had interviewed a couple of other agents before he saw my ad, called me, and he basically said, come over and list. Now, this is big, burly, typical New Yorker, almost like gangster sounding guy, right? Real rough guy. He had this little petite wife that sat there, frozen, afraid to say anything. And we got to the end and I said, well, here, sign up for this. And he goes, Mike, well, I like you, but these other people will do it for, and before he even got that next word out of his mouth, but I was out of the chair. And I'm walking towards the door. He goes, where are you going? I said, I'm running out to my car. I got a list of great agents who will do it for that price. And he goes, sit back down. And I sat back down and he looks at his wife. He goes, I like this guy. Sign the papers. When you can learn to create that kind of value, you can never be a victim of any kind of commission shakeup whatsoever. People will always pay a premium to get what they want. Number 3, super simple. Assume the close. I'm expanding on number 2 a little bit here. Don't even discuss your commission. Period. Leave it out. Focus all of your energy on reiterating to them the great value they get when they list their home with you and why they should use you over and above any other option that's out there in the marketplace. Don't even discuss it. To keep it short and sweet, show them the comps, choose a price together, fill out the listing paperwork, read the important parts, including the commission. We're going to list at this. We're going to sell for this. We're going to list at this price. We're going to list for this amount of time. Here's the commission that you'll pay. Here's where you sign. Boom. That's it. Done deal. Don't make it a part of the discussion. Don't bring up obstacles until they become obstacles, which I suspect if you follow this formula directly, you're not going to run into those obstacles at all. But commissions are only part of the issue. You got to understand why sellers don't trust real estate agents today. So just watch this next video. It's called Real Estate Agents, Why Sellers Don't Trust You, and how to fix it. I'm going to show you how to build authority and trust right up front so that they don't mix you in with the rest of these amateurs.